Sam Novak arrived at the RCAH in the fall of 2008, where she became a part of the second class of the college. In the fall of 2011, her younger sister Hannah joined her, making the Novak sisters one of the first sibling pairs of the RCAH. I sat down with Sam, a senior in the college, and Hannah, still a freshman, to hear about their sisterhood, their places in the RCAH community, and how being there together has influenced them both. I'm Kendra Shirey, and this is This Arc of Life.
I'm Hannah Novak. I'm a freshman in the RCAH.
I'm Samantha Novak. I'm a senior in RCAH.
Your sisters.
Yeah, we're both really artsy, I guess.
Yeah.
We're definitely both really creative, but yeah, we definitely went through a stage where we got on each other's nerves a little bit.
And then you left for college and you chose the RCAH. Why did you choose the RCAH?
Well, we had gone to small private schools, our whole lives, and I'd always wanted to go to state, but I really liked the idea that we could be in a smaller community and still have the experience of going to MSU. And just the fact that you could pair it with a lot of different things, it left it open for, if you weren't sure exactly what you wanted to do, but you liked creative stuff, then it was perfect for that.
Mm-hmm. And then Hannah, why did you choose RCAH?
I feel like a lot of it was from what I'd actually heard from Sam. I was also really interested in the better writing classes, and I knew the dorm was better too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got a lot of the information about it from Sam.
What kind of things did Sam tell you about the RCAH?
I had come and visited her a lot, so I had seen everything they had here, and then she talked about how the smaller classes were better.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Have you guys ever had the same professor?
Actually, a funny story. She has Esquith right now, who actually taught our dad when he was at James Madison, so he's taught 3 of us now.
I'd like to ask each of you what your favorite part of the RCAH is. I'll start with you, Sam.
I love the LMC. I just started working on it this year, but I just feel like it's gotten me a lot closer to the college because I've just made a lot of connections, working on design stuff for some of the professors, and it kind of got me involved in council. And I just really like the student organizations at the RCAH. I think they're really fun to work with, and everyone's really supportive and grateful when you're willing to help each other out. I feel so much gratitude when I work on stuff here.
How about you, Hannah?
I would say my favorite part is that it's the fact that I'm in classes with people that I see every day, just around the college, and I feel like I can so much more easily talk with people in my classes when I know how close of friends we are. And I really feel like the community aspect of it. And I also like the fact that if I have projects for other classes and I desperately need help on them, there's so much help being offered here. I was in such a fix when I had a video project due the other day, and I had no idea how to work Movie Editor, and I came down to the LMC, and they basically showed me exactly how to do it.
You both mentioned that you like the community. Do you think that you both being a part of the community has helped your experience in the RCAH?
I don't know if it's necessarily helped my aspect in the RCAH. I feel like the RCAH kind of helped us. Does that make sense? I know it sounds really corny, but I feel like I get to see her a lot more than I would if she was in another major, and Brody or any of the other freshman dorms. And being in the same major is kind of nice because I understand what she's going through, and if she wants help with papers, and it's a lot easier because I can so relate, and still remember what it was like being a freshman. And I just think that we probably hang out a lot more now than we did last year. So it's been good.
What do you think about being a freshman in the RCAH has changed since you were a freshman?
I feel like because now that Hannah's a freshman, there are a lot more groups and student stuff that's been a lot more established, kind of. So there's a lot more going on. And I've also just noticed that classes are a lot cooler, and have been really improving because they've been feeding off of student feedback. So every year, there's better creative workshops, better classes, and I just think that every year it's getting better and it's growing, because I know it was so new still. We're only going to be the second class to graduate. And I think it's getting a lot better, and it's just getting stronger.
So do you guys feel like you have more in common now that you have the same major, you live in the same space?
I feel like we are, just because we're hearing about the same events, we're doing the same things. Sam's actually doing a lot of the advertising for stuff that I hear about with all my friends, and I actually brag about her doing that stuff all the time. I was like super proud when she made the RCAH t-shirts.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Yeah, I think I went through a stage where, it's hard not to be like the judgmental older sister, but now that she's in the RCA, I just think that it's so much more easy to kind of try and picture myself as a freshman, especially because, she is in the same major and she's going through a lot of the same things I went through. So I think that it's just we have a better understanding of each other now, and it makes it so much easier to get along.
What are some of the things that you think that you went through that have helped Hannah, or that could help Hannah?
I mean, I've written a lot of papers, so I think it'll come in handy if she ever wants me to read those, or if she ever wants to end up, working in the LMC or joining any of the committees. Like, I know through, it's an awkward process, or to try and apply for something for your very first time, and it can be scary, but I think it'll be helpful if she ever wants to ask me about any of that kind of stuff, or getting involved even, because I felt like before this year I wasn't really super well known, and for her to say that, even people know who I am now, it's just an exciting thing, and I feel like it's really easy to kind of make a name for yourself here and just start talking to people and becoming more friendly. So I don't know if she ever wants to jump into something, talk to me about it.
Hannah, do you get a lot oh, you're Sam's little sister?
I do, actually, which is kind of brings me back to high school, when we went to the same high school. But it's cool that being in college, I still get that, which goes back to saying that we do have this small community here, which is one of the things I love about being here. But yeah, a lot of my friends will ask me, "Oh, is your older sister Sam Novak?" And I'm just like, "Yep, she is."
Do you think that having Hannah in the RCH will let you still feel involved even after you graduate?
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to kind of hear, what's going on, and it'll be nice to have someone that still goes here so I can come visit, because I'm getting really sad that I'm almost graduating. It's going to be really hard to leave just because, we were from Lansing, and MSU's always been such a big part of our lives, so I think it'll be really nice that she still kind of has that tie back to here.
So Sam, if you had to give Hannah some advice or tell her what's to come over the next 3 years, what do you think you'd say to her?
I would definitely say to go to as many council events as possible, because they're always a lot of fun, and I feel like you don't realize how many friends you have in the RC until you're all together in one place. And especially at the end of the year, they like to throw this noodles and company dinner with a root beer keg. And it's really fun, and you just kind of eat a lot of pasta and talk to people. And it's always really fun when the professors come too, and you kind of get to talk to them and see them outside of the classroom, and it's just a really fun thing to go to. So I would definitely recommend going to that.
Hannah, how do you feel about Sam graduating this year?
I'm a little upset that we could only be in the same setting for a year, but I don't know. I think she'll still be around a lot, so I haven't thought about it in very much detail, but I'll definitely miss her here.